Alright, hey everybody, this is take two. I forgot my memory card for the last one. Luckily I only got about 30 seconds in before I realized it, so that's nice. But anyway, this video is about an argument I think we've all heard, but I haven't seen anything on YouTube addressing it. I mean, probably in kind of like skated around a little bit and mentioned it a little bit, but never heard anyone like blatantly address this argument. And basically, there's a lot of different arguments for being vegan, and one of them is health. And as someone who's been non-vegan and now vegan, I can tell you there's no comparison in being healthy. I was telling someone the other day that I used to smoke, but quitting smoking I felt healthier. Quitting meat I feel even better than I did quitting smoking, so that's a pretty big statement. But I think all of us, it only happened to me once in person, this argument that I'm going to talk about that meat eaters make. But it's in comments constantly, like when the World Health Organization came out with it, with, processed meats being unhealthy, or if anyone tells you, any kind of animal products are unhealthy. Basically in the comments section, and like I said, it happened to me once in person, people will say, which in theory, thinking about it is just completely idiotic. Someone will say something like, well, at least I'll die happy, like vegans can't be happy because they don't pollute their bodies with stuff they shouldn't be putting in their body. I would say garbage, but I don't think animals are garbage. I don't think you should chop them up and eat them, but at least I'm not going to disrespect them further by calling their flesh that has been stolen from them garbage. But that comment is basically what I said to the person who said it to me in person was, I don't measure my happiness by what I stuff in my face. And then they just kind of looked at me dumbfounded, because I didn't even need to elaborate at that point. That shut them down real quick. And the whole point of being vegan isn't to shut people down, it's to educate people. But if someone's going to say something that blatantly stupid, I'm just going to tell you how it is. That's not how I measure my happiness, and that's that. If he wanted to know more, I would have told him more, but he really just looked like he had, a deer in headlights, given the, for the expression. But yeah, he just looked like a deer in headlights, and it was just like, he had no idea what to say, so I just stopped. I wasn't going to try and rub it in. But basically, the comment is just so stupid, and I didn't even realize how stupid it was until I was put on the spot and had to respond to it somehow, because I wasn't, I had to say something in response, and that was just what kind of came out. But now thinking about it is a pretty good response. So maybe I want to make this video for people who don't, and I'm not trying to toot my own horn or anything like that, but just making this video for anyone who might come up to this response and just be like, maybe you don't know what to say, maybe you do, I don't know, but that's making this video in case, to help out. But yeah, because I don't measure my happiness by that. I measure my happiness by the people in my life. I measure my happiness by the animals in my life. Like my dog makes me very happy. Far happier coming home to her than any piece of garbage I could put in my face would. And I'm just contradicting myself for calling, animal products garbage. But as far as what it does to the body, it's garbage for your body. It's terrible for your body. But I don't measure my happiness by how tasty something is. And vegan food's very tasty, don't get me wrong. But I could never ever eat bacon again and still be the happiest person on the planet. I'm very happy with my life. Like I said, I'm very happy with the people in my life. I'm very happy with my job. I'm very happy with my dog. I'm very happy making the right decisions. Being a good moral person to me makes me far happier than a slab of beef would, or a slab of bacon, or a slab of ham, or turkey, or chicken, or any kind of garbage you could put in your body. Anything like that. So, and again, I don't write anything first because I just want it to be natural, but, so I apologize for the stuttering and the stammering. But, yeah, that's pretty much all this video is. It's only been 4 minutes, so it's kind of short, but that's kind of the point I want to drive home. If someone says that to you, it's really just a shallow, soulless thing to say. To measure your happiness by what you eat is just, it's ridiculous. And on top of it, I'm much happier with what I eat now. As a vegan, you eat more different stuff. You eat better stuff. Meat used to be a crutch. It was like, what are you going to eat? Meat and some kind of side. Like now it's like, what can I eat? You could eat pretty much anything. But it's like, what can I make today that I maybe never tried before? I want to try, or just, I Google more recipes than I ever have when I eat meat. Because like I said, you have that crutch where you're just like, meat and something, a sandwich, and some chips or whatever. You always that was the go-to, so you never even cared about anything outside that realm because you're so comfortable, which is also, it's also just kind of like why people eat meat in the first place. It's not because they're immoral, it's because that's their comfort zone, and no one said, hey, this is a better way to be healthy-wise, morally, and blah, 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 blah. But, that's just pretty much it. I think that's it. Just that, there's something else I wanted to say, but like I said, maybe I should write some of this down. But, yeah, because in the vein of the health thing, it's so much better to be healthy than to eat a piece of ham. I was going to say bacon again, but I already said bacon like 3 times. But yeah, being healthy makes me far happier than what I shove in my face, and that's pretty much what I'm going to leave it as. But I mean, if eating fatty garbage is more happier makes you happier than your health and your family members and stuff, I mean, there's really no reason to just to address the quote unquote angry vegans, which I found out is more of a stereotype than anything. But if that's your measure of happiness, it's really sad for you more than anything. I mean, it's sad for the animals obviously because they're being tortured and murdered. But I mean, that's if that's not just a knee-jerk reaction argument that people are gonna make because they're trying to be smart or funny, and it's really genuinely how you perceive happiness, it's sad more than anything. It's really just sad for that person. And I'm not saying that to sound like I'm putting them down. Kind of like it'd be sad for a crackhead if all they wanted was crack. It's sad for an unhealthy person or a fat person to all they want is to eat a 4-pound cheeseburger. Like, that's a sad measure of happiness. And I mean, I guess happiness is subjective, but in my opinion, I'd much rather be the healthiest I could be, mind, body, and spirit, than to eat 15 sausage links in a sitting. But that's just me. Again, I got on some tangents. Like I said, I don't write it, but that's really the thing. Don't measure your happiness by what you stuff in your face, whether you're vegan or not. Don't measure your happiness by that. There's so much more out there. And now that is my happy thought of the day, and I will leave you alone. Thank you.